Hello. I haven't opened any YouTube window and it's going to start talking to me. There we go. Okay, hold on. Let me make this small. There we go. I mostly wanted the YouTube chat open since I can't do anything in the StreamYard chat other than look at it, and it's also delayed. Hi, Morgan. Guess who's back? Yeah, we'll see. So yeah, I've been wanting to do this for a while. And those of you that were at Geek Each Week last week when it was just me and Aerosol, started asking me questions, and here we are. So I said I was going to do a stream, and I'm doing a stream. We'll be answering questions, talking about news. Any news you want me to talk about, let me know. And we'll get that going as well. Can I pop out the chat? Pop out chat. There we go. That way I can keep Twitter open. Hold on, I gotta readjust these windows. This is gonna drive me nuts. There we go. Hurrah. Okay. No, I don't have the Veil driver on pre-order because I didn't collect any Revice toys. I have this and this alone. And this is because it's Toys R Us and it's Toys R Us, and I thought it was cool. So yes, that is the only Revice toy I have. I will probably be picking up that 3-pack Vistamp set that has the Agito, Hibiki, and O's ones in it, because I want the Hibiki ones and the O's ones. So if anyone wants an Agito stamp, let me know. Because I don't want an Agito stamp. But yes, anyhow, let's catch up with some chat here. Felipe, I hope I said that right. Wish you were at Morphicon. I wish I was at Morphicon too. I really do. I wasn't expecting a whole lot out of this Morphicon, and so I didn't really save up to go, even though I wanted to. And then the time just snuck up on me somehow, and I could not afford to go, unfortunately. But yeah, I wanted to. It sounded like it was a freaking great time. So, I was close to getting taken by the Yakuza, but I fought them off with the sheer might of my mind. I have all Don Brothers stuff. Hold on. Hold on, I gotta move. Here, you can stand over here. Whatever your name is. I got this. This is this is a sack of Avataro gears and stay. This is a sack of Avataro and Sentai gear duplicates that I'm keeping for some weird collector reason. These are the Candy Toy and Gashapon versions of ones that I have the DX versions of. And then down at the bottom is my sack of Sentai gears. So that is that. So I am collecting Don Brothers stuff. Back in the lunch pail you go. Oh, like for instance, here's the spear. I got the spear thing. So yeah, I've been collecting Don Brothers stuff. There's some things I didn't pick up, but for the most part, I have been collecting Don Brothers stuff, and I don't plan on stopping Sentai, collecting. I'll be a little bit more particular in what I get with Sentai stuff, because obviously my biggest draw with Sentai is the robots. So I always want to get those. But if the next Sentai is like a gimmick heavy thing, I might back away from that a little bit, focus on the robots. So we'll see. Let's see, Jay, would you review Sentai Mecha? Maybe. It, even with a Transformers focus, like Sentai robots are very close. So in terms of doing toy related things, I could definitely see doing some Sentai robots. I might not do Sentai content in like a long form regard, but for toy reviews, maybe we'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, I do still collect mecha. Collector Mecha. That should be my rebrand name. Collector Mecha. Cosmic Fury, I don't know, we don't know anything about it. I am very glad that the Dino Fury cast is back because they are wonderful people and I love them. So I'm glad that they are back. But yeah, other than that, we don't really know anything. Why do you think Ryder always goes back to Battle Royale premises? We haven't really had a Battle Royale premise since Ryuki. Gaim had a lot of infighting, but I don't necessarily call it a Battle Royale premise. Same with X-Aid. But it's a really easy thing to write, I feel. Like you set up a goal, you throw a bunch of people in like a ring and have them fight. It's pretty easy to write. It writes itself, really. And honestly, like Battle Royale games are still big. Fortnite's still big. PUBG is still big in a lot of territories. There's that one other Battle Royale game that I don't really remember. Excuse me, off the top of my head, that was really popular in China, I believe, maybe. Or at least the Asian territories over there. I don't know. But yeah, Battle Royales are still popular. So it's a good time to probably finally jump on that officially. Hi, Hassan. Let's see, where I was at. I talked about it a little bit too much. How have I been? I've been good. Some days are bad, some days are great, but overall, pretty good. I have a certain boy to thank for that. Let's see, how much do you recommend the Dawn Blaster compared to the Geertlinger? I like it a lot more than the Geertlinger because it's a little bit more streamlined. But they're roughly the same, but obviously the Dawn Blaster to me has a little bit more functionality to it. So if you were to get one or the other, I'd definitely pick up the Dawn Blaster. Did I get Wild Rider today from Best Buy? No. I did not because I don't have money. If like a super chat a thing, if someone wants to donate super chats for me to buy Wild Rider, but no, I did not because I can't afford Wild Rider right now. But it's she just flopped on the keyboard. Hana, you menace. Anywho. Yeah, I did see that Best Buy got some deluxes in, so that's cool. Do you think Cosmic Fury will be an adaptation of Kyuranger or Kiramager? No, I don't think it'll be either. I think Cosmic Fury is going to be completely original. They might steal monsters and stuff from like Kyuranger or Kiramager, and I think they could potentially even steal like Zords, maybe. But I think for the most part it's going to be pretty original. It sounds like it's only going to be a one season. For all intents and purposes, I feel like Cosmic Fury is basically just Dino Fury Season 3. So that's kind of like my stance on it. I feel we're probably going to get new suits, but I don't think they're going to be Kyuranger suits or Kiramager suits. Only because I feel it's more cost effective for them to do stuff that they have already, so that they don't have to go buy anything for Q Ranger or Kira Major. They already have like potential Dino Fury stuff that they can use, and then if they just make like new suits or something like that, then it's all like in-house. So I don't see any reason for them to adapt anything, especially if it's only going to be a 22 episode season. I don't feel a reason for them to buy footage to adapt anything. So I feel it's just going to be a little bit more of the same with some flashy new parts. Who could that be? I wonder, Morgan. I wonder who in this life makes me the happiest. Is you, silly. Chris, hi, what's up? Nothing. We're just hanging. Jay said I want it to be all original so adaptation purists can finally stop talking about what Sentai's next. Me too. Me too. Absolutely, me too. Oh, you're saying that during PMC and was like talking to a brick wall? Of course, because PMC is going to be filled with people that are constantly going to be bickering back and forth about whether it's Kira Major or Q Ranger. But anywho, yeah, it's a placeholder because like Entwistle's stuff is not ready. They are not ready for their big Power Ranger reboot. So this is a simple little, let's keep doing what people seem to be enjoying for another year. And maybe they'll actually finish their 21. What am I saying? They're not going to finish anything. Anyhow, Ranger West said, your shelf is looking empty behind you. What's going on with that? I am selling Lightning Collection figures because I am done with the line because I'm tired. So I am like a quick little sum up of that. If you're interested in Lightning Collection stuff, hit up my blog, collectorshuki.com. So you can check that out if you're interested in any Lightning Collection stuff. But yeah, the line's too much. I don't enjoy it. Ruben, all my Lightning Collection stuff has the boxes. They're all actually boxed away already. I took an evening, and anything I didn't want went back into the box. The only weird thing is like my Red Ranger has two of the same fist. My MMPR Red. And yeah, I do take PayPal. You can DM me on Twitter if you want to. And also, Chris, I did put Cosmos there specifically in case you came in. But yeah, I'm tired of the inconsistencies. I don't feel like we're gonna get to every Ranger ever. I don't care anymore, really. As you can see right over there, I still have the MMPR villains on my shelf. I still have Shadow, Omega, because I'm keeping all SPD related things. I just haven't opened any of the other ones to put them up there yet. But yeah, I'm keeping all SPD, all Beast Morphers, because one SPD is my favorite Power Ranger season. So I want to keep all the SPD related things. Go Busters is my favorite Sentai, so I'm keeping all the Beast Morphers related things. And then after that, I am keeping... Like, my plan is to keep the metallic MMPR, just because I did want to keep an MMPR set, and I feel like those are the coolest. The boxes are very sparkly, and they got a really nice finish to them that I enjoy. So I'm keeping the metallic MMPR team, and I think I'm keeping the ninjas, the Ninja Rangers, just because they don't have, like, good alternative figures. And the comic ones, the comic related ones I'm keeping. So the Drakens I'm keeping. The like Ranger Slayer I'm keeping. The Psychos I'm keeping because for the same reason they don't have alternative figures. And I might be keeping a couple in space related things. But hi Pseudo Rider, thanks for stopping by real quick. Appreciate it. Yes, I did pre-order the Street Fighter ones. Basically, like anything that doesn't have an alternative sort of figure and it's like new, original, and exciting, I definitely want to pick up. So like if they do the Omegas, I'll definitely pick up the Omegas. The Street Fighter ones I flipped over. I love them. I think they look great. So yeah, basically I'm keeping like a set of MMPR related things and then SPD and Beast Morphers. Those are what I'm keeping. And like comic related things. So like all the other ones they're gone. They're gonna go. So jumping back up, since I went on that tangent for a little bit longer. William Tyler Schaefer, I think if they adapted a new Super Cosmic Fury, they should take the Kirame form from the Kamen Rider's Ryu Soldier. I agree with that a lot. I think just adding that would be a lot. And I don't know if they would have to pay for that, like to use just a suit, or they could use something inspired by it, at the very least. So like, I do agree with that. I think that'd be really nice. Those shields look really nice. What is my least favorite Power Ranger season? No, Ninja Steel. I didn't even finish Ninja Steel. I know what happens, but I did not finish Ninja Steel. Thoughts on people calling SPD propaganda? I don't know. Watch the show. It's very much not that, but sure. You do you. Got any Kamen Rider figures I don't want? No. There might be a couple Rider RKF figures I might have, but no, I don't have that. But yeah, Hyperforce, if they make Hyperforce anything, I'd buy those in a heartbeat. But yeah. Also, Lane, hi, I saw you popped in at some point. Your comment got lost somewhere. There you are. I found you. And Dino Fury 35. I think the Void King Dino Fury key will trigger the stink sounds. They might have the same keys. I don't know. I don't even have the Dino Fury Morpher. I didn't care enough. I have the Ryu Soldier one. So, do you plan on getting the Desire Driver? I wanted to. Geats looks super cool. But I, again, like I'm currently unemployed because I had to leave my job. So I don't have money coming in at the moment. So I cannot collect the Geats stuff. The only thing I have on pre-order is the action figure because I think it's really cool. But yeah, I probably won't. Rider gimmicks just can't hold my attention anymore. Gimmick toys in general can't hold my attention anymore. What holds my attention is these. We'll get to that. We will get to that. But yeah, everyone go watch Long's Toys on Friday. The fastest English review of the Desire Driver. Available on YouTube. I don't know what time you're launching that, Chris, but everyone go check out that video on Friday. My pets are being so obnoxious behind me. Futo PI is very good so far. I like it a lot. More animated Power Rangers / Sentai / Rider, please, because I find it enjoyable. I like the animus. Who would win between Kabuto and Wizard? Wizard. Wizard has magic. Hana. Anyone want a cat? But no, I agree. The art style of Futo PI and the animation, everything is phenomenal on that show. So I am having a wonderful time watching it. That is for sure. Very nice, solid 35 people. Morgan, you're going to inherit this cat soon. So you're going to inherit this cat. This cat right here, you're going to inherit. She doesn't like being picked up. Can you stay up there? You're out of the way up there. Hana probably will love you because Hana's really nice. She's just kind of mean to all the other cats. But then she gets over it, and then she's sort of like a mama to all the other cats. She's weird. But yeah, Geets is right on the horizon. I'm not going to talk about it, so I'm not going to talk about spoilers, but Revice is over. I hope everyone enjoyed that. I enjoyed Revice slightly. It was fine. Revice is weird because Revice had moments where I'm like, this show is great. I love this show. And then there's moments where I wanted to like roll Revice into a ball and just throw it in the trash bin. So it was really weird. So overall, it's kind of upper middle tier for me, but the characters were really fun for the most part. But yeah. You want to talk about how great Override is? Override is fucking fantastic. This Transformer is unfortunately a Voyager class, so she's a little bit more pricey. And she doesn't really have to be, but given the fact that she's a new mold and an exclusive toy line to Walmart, I understand why she's being marketed as a Voyager. Plus, she's a little bit bigger than a Deluxe, but yes, great toy. This is honestly the highlight of the Velocitron set to me. They absolutely nailed this design, and it's absolutely fun to transform. Very sleek, very little kibble. Great toy. Runner-up is obviously the other new mold, Cosmos, because Cosmos is a G. And then not favorite overall, but just guilty pleasure love is Scourge, because I love me some Nemesis Prime colors, and Scourge started the trend. Plus, I love that mold. Laser Prime is my prime. I am caught up with Dawn Brothers. I watched the finale last week. Oh, that show is so meta. I love it. Dawn Brothers is another show where it's like, sometimes I watch it and go, I love this show. And other times I watch Dawn Brothers and I go, what are they even doing? And I never really know. But, yeah. So there's my cat licking herself. As normal. She hasn't done that on Geek Each Week in a while because she's been sitting here. Right in front of my second monitor. So she hasn't done that in a while. So now y'all get to watch that. Honey, you're gonna age restrict me. That's a big deal in the YouTube scape now. It's being age restricted. But yeah, do we got? But yeah, I'm not gonna talk about the finale of Revice or anything. Just that I enjoyed it. Okay, Hana. Hana, no, you sound disgusting. I'm sorry. And now there's a but. You're gonna age restrict me, please. Lay down. Alright, I'll see you later, Chris. Yep. She's promoting her OnlyFans. God, there's gotta be a pun in there somewhere. Only, I don't know. I don't got it. But yeah. Did I watch The Wiggles as a kid? No, The Wiggles didn't exist when I was a kid. How old do you think I am? The Wiggles did not exist when I was a kid. Only Fangs? Ooh, Only Fangs is good. I feel like that's a pun better suited for like a vampire OnlyFans, but Only Nyans? Hi, Aerosol. Meowly fans. Oh, anyway, let's stop talking about my cat. What are some fun Transformer toys that you would recommend? I absolutely love the toys, but with so many different choices, sizes, etc., it's hard to justify spending money on any. Bella, are you okay? Now my dog is going crazy. Yeah. You're pastel vampire, so that's your OnlyFans. OnlyFans. Fine, come on, Bella. And there's my dog. Can I help you? I am trying to do a stream. You almost knocked my McDonald's soda over. Come here. Come here, you. Say hi to everybody. Come here. Say hi to everybody. No, the camera's over there. See? Look, you're on the screen. You're on the screen. You don't care. So okay, back to the topic at hand. Fun Transformers. Yes, I'm putting you back on the table. There you go. Go lay down. So stuff that's out. Well, are you looking specifically for newer stuff, or are you going like eBay hunting too? I'm gonna focus mainly on stuff that is like current and new. So basically, you can't really go wrong with anything legacy. If you want to collect something that leads up to something, this guy Motormaster is pretty cool because like Drag Strip is a deluxe that attaches to his arm, and if I can get him out, so like there'll be cars that attach back here, and then this part closes, and then there'll be another car on the arm here. Oh, there goes whatever that guy's name is. Girl's name is actually, because that's the Jurassic Park one, and the T-Rex in that movie was a girl. But yeah, if you're gonna stick to retail, you can't particularly go wrong with anything legacy. Laser Prime or Laser Optimus Prime, the leader class, it should be about 50 to 55. Is actually here's the Laser Prime colors. So it's the same mold as Scourge. So I definitely recommend this mold because I love it to death. I have it twice. So like pick your poison really with these. If you like the evil character colors, Scourge is available at Walmart's as part of the Velocitron collection. If you want the Optimus Prime colors, Optimus Prime is available anywhere for the same price. The Galvatron re-release from Kingdom is pretty good. Prime Bulkhead, the Voyager class, is really fun as well. You can get a camo colored repaint on Amazon right now. But yeah, the Velocitron set at Walmart's really good. That has a lot of fun molds. But really, you can't go wrong with anything that's out right now for Legacy, really. And if you can find any details, any sales on like Old Kingdom stuff, if you like Beast Wars, stuff like that is cool too. So yeah, check out Walmart's for the Velocitron stuff. That is all really good. And then, like I said, anything Legacy. Honestly, if you're out and about and you have any questions, just ping me on Facebook. And I'll, as long as I'm available and see the message, I'll let you know what I think of that mold if you're looking at something in particular. Alternatively, if anyone else has any questions about Transformers, you can DM me on Twitter, and I will try to be of service. Let's see. Konnichiwa. Hello. I appreciate that. Hello. There was a question here. Am I in touch with Awesome Rider? No. I mean, we still talk on Twitter every now and then, but for the most part, no, I haven't really spoken to him one-on-one since he left the streets way back. I'm not mad at him or anything. I'll be more than happy to talk to him, but hi Char. How you doing? Or you can slide in my DMs any day. And we all know that they are all Bumblebee. Everyone is Bumblebee. Regardless of color. Have I seen movies with Paul Walker? No. I mean, bits and pieces. But I don't think I've seen a full movie of Paul Walker's. But yeah. And yeah, I know about the Dawson meme with the gray matter and brainstorm and green needle or whatever the hell it was. Hello. I will very much try to get over on to the CS Toy stuff again. Basically, long story short is I switched to working nights at my job, and so it butted up against when I was finishing up my shift, and it was really, really close. And so I had to cut back from the radio appearances. And then I switched positions at work and started working in the day. And so I was like, oh, cool, I can get back to it again. But then I had to get up early. And so I didn't want to stay up as late. Because at the time the show was starting at, I think, 1 a.m. for me. And I was trying to get to bed about 1 a.m. So it just didn't quite work out. And then I am no longer at the job. So I have time. I just haven't gotten quite back into the swing of things yet. But the new show is really cool. I like the setup of the new show. I don't know how much I could add to the current discussions on the CS Toys radio because of the shift to the Uwajima cultural focus. But yeah, I would love to get back into the radio every now and then. Also, I don't know why we Michiganders add S onto the end of stores. It's Myers and Kroger's and thankfully it's not Target's. Oh wait, no, sometimes it is Target's. Walmart's. Oh, it's definitely Walmart's. We do it for Walmart too. We do it for a lot of things. We're so dumb up here in Michigan. We just like adding plurals. Why did you stop doing reviews for Power Rangers? Because I stopped doing reviews for everything. I haven't filmed a review since what? It was Transformers, wasn't it? Those are live streams. Yeah. It was Kingdom Core Class Rat Trap was the last review that I did, and that was in January of 2021. Hi Hannah. Hello. Goodbye. But yeah, no, I stopped doing reviews, period. So like, as in terms of the why, I got overwhelmed. I got burned out. Views were down. Things were getting more expensive. Because views were down, I did not have like as much money coming in. So I had to either buy less or just like use other sources of income for the toys, because normally like I'd get the YouTube check would go to more toys for the YouTube, and it was just a cycle, right? And then reviews were down, it was no longer profitable, so I had to get a different job. And actually that was when I went to Target as a job, and then they didn't keep me on, and I was unemployed for most of 2019, and that was roughly when I stopped. Middle of 2019, I tried to do a push like March, April, May area when Ryu Soldier came out, it looks like, in 2019, but that just sort of fell through because, again, views weren't doing great, and so there wasn't money coming in, and at that point I didn't feel, between the burnout and the lack of revenue, it wasn't mentally good for me to continue doing reviews, and I just never got back into it. Like I said, in 2021 I tried to jump into Transformers reviews, and that lasted 3 videos, and then I stopped, which is a little unfortunate because I think I actually had other videos filmed. I just never uploaded them. But even still, like, those videos only got 1K views or higher. None of them even hit 2K. So like at that point it was just kind of a wash. In terms of just trying to keep up with everything. So that is partly why I'm doing this stream, so that we can talk about the potential future of this channel in my eyes. And we will get to that momentarily. Yeah, I did see the Toku trivia. I really like the Toku trivia. I think that is a good idea. Power Rider had a question, I just realized. Do you think they'll reuse the Beast Wars figures that were originally for the Animorphs line? No. They don't have a reason to, just because there isn't any Animorphs anything like coming out. I mean, there's the graphic novel adaptations that are coming out slowly, but there's no reason for them to go back and do any of the Animorphs. Plus, I wonder if they own those molds fully. I don't particularly know. I assume that they do, and I assume they could, but there was like 2 good toys in the whole Animorphs line, and even those weren't that great. Oh jeez. Hello Amazon Japan. Thank you for recommending me something. But yeah, they just don't have a reason to. They were really bad. They're not worth it. They're not worth it at all. Hello again, Hannah. But yeah, thank you, Jay. Like, I mean, I talk about this on Geek each week. Like, something is going to happen. I have a rough idea of what is going to happen. I just don't know if it's what ultimately is going to happen, but I hope it is. Like I said, we'll talk about that in a second. How long have we been going? 40 minutes, and I still haven't even talked about what I want to talk about yet. What is a Kamen Rider season you'd want to see adapted? None of them, to be fair. Though, okay, realistically speaking, like realistically answering the question, I feel like 01 would be really easy to adapt here. And I think Saber would actually be really easy to adapt here. It's swords. Kids like sword toys. The books thing. I don't know if you're gonna get them hooked on the books thing. But hey. We'll see. But Saber in particular, I feel is easy to adapt because there's so many characters and they are all multicolored like a Power Ranger season. And so I just feel like Saber is something that could really work here if they kind of like wiggled things around a little bit. But yeah, that's those are my two picks. Obviously, I feel like some of the earlier Heisei stuff is pretty easy to do as well, but I was focusing mostly on something that's newer and like looks a little bit cleaner. But yeah. So that's that. So oddly enough, my vote would go to Saber. Well, I decided on my first Transformers purchase, decided I'm going to eBay first to pick up the Race Team mini concept. The Race Team. Those ones are pretty nice. Mini-cons are great. Honestly, mini-cons are great. I did not appreciate mini-cons enough when they were new. Because when Armada was out was when my interest in Transformers was at its lowest, I think. And so, like, whenever I got mini-cons, I'm like, these are just little robots, and I would put them away. But I did not appreciate mini-cons enough when they were new. I love them now. I own the first wave and one half of the second wave. They're the best worst figures I own. Very, very true. They are the best worst figures. None of them came out good at all. None of them. My favorite is the T-Rex that is comprised of 3 people. Because my favorite part of Animorphs was when 3 of the kids decided to hold hands and merge into a Tyrannosaurus. Favorite part of the books. Gary, I figured you'd be proud of me. I built Premium Big Belly and USPS hates me. How much did that run you? I remember looking up Premium Great Nature at one point, and some of the prices for the G-Zone cards made me hurt, and I decided not to. And because no one around me really plays Premium. I've got DP built for Premium and Victor built for Premium. Victor isn't even sleeved. But I got DP, and that's enough for me for Premium. I heard from Rodimus Primal, that is his name, yes. We're supposed to see Shattered Glass Soundwave this month, I'm sure. I think Shattered Glass Soundwave is going to be our first use of the cassette tape one. One, because that's what Shattered Glass Soundwave was. It was the tape deck. And 2, if we can use the Volkswagen mold for Bumblebee as Goldbug for the Target line, the exclusivity clause on those molds for Walmart probably weren't out enough for them to do it for Legacy, so they had to do the Siege mold. But I feel with the store exclusives, there's a little less planning involved in those compared to building a line. So I feel like they were able to use the Volkswagen mold for those. So I think Shattered Glass Soundwave will probably be our first reuse of the cassette tape mold. This is Cressy. You don't see her too much. This is my roommate's cat. but she is not home at the moment, and so they are clinging to me. Are you having a good... You see yourself in the screen, and that's okay. Yep, you're a cat. She is pawing at the monitor. That is precious. But please get your butt on my face. Thank you. So yeah, I think it's gonna be the cassette tape mold, the Netflix mold. That would be my guess. It has to have the headband, the green headband though. If it doesn't have the headband, it's a wasted toy. I'll still buy it regardless. Crazy Dialga, you mentioned wanting to do stuff similar to what Karn is doing for Digimon. Do you think he'll do what if style videos for Transformers? Yes. I will get to that, but yes. That is something that I want to do. The problem is that the channel needs to be like receiving enough revenue. She is eyeing that shelf. Cressy, don't with that. Okay, there you go. God, last thing I need is that cat to try to jump on that shelf. That shelf is flimsy as hell. I need the channel to be profitable enough, or at least get sponsors like Karn's channel, in order to get money to pay artists to do what if style videos. Because until then, any what if style video I do will be a like, oh, if the Transformers landed, basically it's like Hearts of Steel, right? It's like, if the Transformers landed in this area, I think Optimus Prime would be this. Except I would have no visual. Except maybe a real world counterpart, like a vehicle, I could show on the screen, but I wouldn't have cool art. I already talked to Corey, Frozen Stratos, and we talked about potentially, doing some art for what if Transformers stuff, because he wants to get back into some art. So yeah, we'll talk about that quick. I'm very behind in the chat because y'all are actually throwing good topics at me right now. I'm getting there. I got to become a moderator and training for Benamia's Twitch streams. That's cool. Good job, Wes. Saber could be a Mystic Knights reboot, please. Hi, David. Gary says, also, yes, Morgan, if you learn how to draw Transformers for me and then do art for me, please and thank yous. I love you. And honestly, just in general, we'll talk. I mean, we talk every day. Give me your art, baby. Top 5 Holy Grail Transformers. Who? Shit. God, honestly, I don't know. That would be a fun video idea, though. I'll put that in the bin. In the idea bin. I don't have an idea bin. I should. Anyway, yeah, that is actually a really good idea for a video, because I don't know. I would have to do research. I get so many of the Transformers coming out that I don't think too much about stuff from the past. And so it's not a topic that comes up to my mind a whole lot. So yeah, I don't know. I really like that for a video idea. David, thoughts on Futo PI? Very good. I talked about it earlier in the stream. If you want to go back and check that out, but yeah, no, very good. I like it a lot so far. Let's see. It'd be incredible if the suits from Saber were the suits for Cosmic Fury. Saber did have good suits. Saber did have good suits, Kim. Let's see. Wes is still worried about Shadow Ranger being lonely. Look, next time I stream, I'll have all the SPD guys up there with Shadow. We're only Yellow away from completing the core team, so. And Yellow is going to be out in like wave, what, 14, 15? Whatever. Gary, got a standard big belly deck for my buddy, and the G Zone made me cry. 180-ish. Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds right. Am I watching Will Dress every Monday? Every Monday, I wake up, and if I'm still in bed when it's on, I watch it. Otherwise, I watch it when I'm eating lunch. Morgan Bumblebee. 2 of the G-Guards were 30 apiece, and I don't even have the Zeroth Dragons or the Zeroth Dragon or the what's the other ones? God, I can't remember. I don't have those for DP. I'm Zeroth-less in my DP list just because I don't want to pay like $35 for a card. 20 is like my limit for a card. Am I getting Geet stuff? No. I'm getting an action figure. That's it. If I do get a job relatively soon, I might jump in on some Geet stuff, but like I was saying earlier, rider gimmicks just don't hold my attention anymore. Hi VZ, how you doing? Good to see you. My favorite TCGs. My favorite TCG to play is Vanguard. My favorite TCG overall is Pokemon, just because I've been playing it so long and judging it for so long. I have so many memories. So that's my favorite card game in that regard overall. And my favorite TCG to dabble in is Digimon, because I have one Digimon deck, and I like looking at all the cards and not ever playing the game. But the Disney and Ravensburger just announced a Disney card game that is going to debut at D23, and I've cautiously got my eyes on that. Like, if they expand that could be really neat, but it's got to play fun first. But yeah, Vanguard and Pokemon are my 2 games. Vanguard to play and Pokemon to just sort of like sit and be in the atmosphere of. Also, more people need to play Vanguard. What's my favorite art style? Designs across Transformers. Art styles. Honestly, Derek Wyatt, rest in peace. His animated designs were top notch for sure. I love Prime's aesthetic as well, quite a bit. But Beast Wars is always going to be where it's at for me. I know it's not particularly an art style, but just that era was great. Legacy Prime Soundwave, yes or no? I hope they make one. I do hope they make one, because Prime Soundwave was such a departure from Soundwave's usual design. I love it. My current favorite 7-Eleven chips flavor, the one, Jeff, help me out. It's was it like Prime Rib flavor? That shit's the bomb. And yeah, RPM doesn't have any Lightning Collection. That's really weird. Autobots, let's get the heck out of here. God, I want a new Energon Prime so bad. I know that third party is doing it, but I want like an official new Energon Prime. Just because I love that like Megazord thing that he had going on. Yeah, Gary, just message me anytime. I'd love to remote fight. It would probably be V if I had to play a format, but I mean, if you want to like throw down with Premium Big Belly, I do have Premium DP. So, you collecting Dom Bros? Yes, I am. Morgan, I want to play cards. I want to play cards with you too, baby. I love cards. Oh, there we go. There's Jeff. Prime Rib flavor. Yeah. Nailed it. Do you plan on playing Scarlet or Violet? That's a stupid question. Of course I am. I'm so excited. The first animated Legacy figure. I feel like the first animated Legacy figure should be Lugnut. I feel like Lugnut had or Prowl, or animated Prowl, because animated Prowl being a motorcycle is really cool. I dig that a lot, and Lugnut was just so fun. Lugnut was great, and like Lugnut's only been used in animated, not counting the Yellow Box Hunt for the Decepticons one that they did. That was like a movie-versed style Lugnut. And then I'm blanking on her name. The like female like tank Lugnut looking character from Cyberverse. She had a good figure. I liked her figure. But yeah, I feel it would be Lugnut or Prowl would be the first animated legacy. Yeah, that's one of the problems I have with Lightning Collection too, is that like we've been in it for so long, and I appreciate them picking and finishing certain teams. I do appreciate that, but also like they haven't hit. I feel like it should have been a priority to try to hit at least one of every team within the first chunk of waves, and then try to focus on building up some teams character by character. But I mean, I understand. I don't design toys. I don't sell toys or anything like that, so I don't know. But that was just my general thoughts on that. Because like we don't have Alien Rangers, we don't have Mystic Force, we don't have RPM, etc. Did I ever play UFC by Jasco? No. My friend Jake has been talking about UFC a lot, but we never actually played UFC. So I have not. I have played both versions of Verse System though. So there's that. But you know, I'm definitely keeping my hype low for the Disney card game because I think it could be really cool. But also, like, Ravensburger's never made a TCG before. They primarily make board games. And so I'm cautiously optimistic for that. I think it'd be really cool. Let me get a Vanguard deck. Message me on Facebook later. I'll teach you in like 2 minutes. Combaticons and Legacy. I feel like the next combiner is probably going to be an Autobot. I think it'll probably be the aerial bots. But I would love the Combaticons because I think they're one of my favorites in terms of the combiners. What is my day job? How do you afford these awesome toys? About that. I don't have one at the moment. It was data entry, and then it was verified approval letters for a loan company, and then it was a cold calling like lead facilitator for a bank. This was all in the same company, mind you. They shuffled me around a lot, and now it's non-existent because anxiety is fun. So yeah, I'm not ain't affording shit no more. But but yeah, that's what my day job was. Honestly, like a lot of it is just a constant ring of selling and buying. So like if I get bored of something, I sell it, and then I have that money to buy something new. And so it's just a back and forth kind of thing. But yeah, I ain't affording anything anymore. Sentinel. Oh, I forgot about Sentinel. Animated Sentinel would be awesome in Legacy. As long as he had that like dumb snowplow thing in the front of it like he did in the show. I forgot about Sentinel. Sentinel's a really good choice. Yeah, we should be getting... How do we say that? It's like graffiti, right? Like graphii? I have no idea. Anyway, yeah, that was supposed to be tomorrow, I think. Any hopes? No. I just hope it's neat. It paints, so I feel like it's like a Smeargle-esque Pokemon. And I love Smeargle because, like, I'm an artist at heart. So any Pokemon that wants to paint, I'm like, cool. It's normal not to have starter info yet. Like, they've been getting like looser and looser on giving us starter information. I forgot how long it was for Sun and Moon and for Sword Shield, but it took a while. We had leaks and pictures and stuff before they were ever officially revealed. Hasbro makes Battleizers for the Lightning Collection, which we know they will at some point. Who would you like to see? The Mystic Force one. The Mystic Force one's my favorite because it looks like Hibiki. Also the SPD one because SPD. Yeah, Ace Squad should have been a team pack. I don't know why it wasn't. The last rider, I played Memory of Heroes on Switch, and then before that, I played whatever the newest fighting game was on PS4. I played those. I'm absolutely not going to talk you out of the Chibi Kamen Rider Kids figures because they're cute. But yeah. LSB Gaming, what's up? Not much, just here, just talking. Legacy Protectobots would be fun. Have I played Digimon Survive? Morgan was kind enough to buy me that as an anniversary gift this year, and so I've been enjoying that. Not playing it as much as I would have liked to. I'm only in part, I think I just started part 3. So, I'm not that far into it yet. But I really do like it. Any thoughts on the new Geet stuff just shown off? What was just shown off? I know there was the picture of the, ninja form of Tycoon. It looks kind of silly. But is that why you like me? I'm so behind in the chat, Morgan, I don't know what that was in reference to. But there's a multitude of reasons why I like you. Would you like to see civilian rangers in the Lightning Collection? No. Please give me actual Power Rangers before we get people. I'll make an exception on the Andros one just because we ended up getting it in the comic. And I'll let it slide. Because I thought it was stupid initially. Do I like the MCU? Absolutely. And for some reason YouTube unsubbed from the channel. That happens. That happens, unfortunately. YouTube weird. YouTube be weird. Do you think you should get the Gamer Driver? If you like X8, absolutely. Always support your favorite show. Oh, because painting, yeah. I like the fact that you're a creative and an artist. And you paint really good. You don't give yourself enough credit for your painting skills. Ooh, the spider phone. Yes, I did see the spider phone. I might get the spider phone. Because I was digging through some stuff trying to find things that people were interested in buying. And I found my bin of the ghost gadgets and the memory gadgets from Double and the Claw Monsters from Wizard. I'm God, I love these little trinket creature toys. And then they're here's a spider phone for Geets. I'm sold. I didn't see the boxes. Is it the box that was in that trailer? And I didn't see the bike. I haven't seen any of that. I need to go look at that. I just saw the 3D render of the spider phone that was in Televicon or whatever. You got me with Legacy Bulk and Skull. I would buy a Legacy Bulk and Skull. I would. You got me with that one. Mentors and villains that were people, like Rancic or Master Org and stuff, those would be fine. I would get those in Lightning Collection. But not look, it's human form Zack. I don't care about that. But characters that never morphed, that were people, that were important, I'll let them. I'll let those slide. Good call. Good call. Did you know if we're getting a Wave 2 Velocitron? Yes. We know what's in it, but I don't remember off the top of my head. One of them is a GoBots reference. That's all I know. That's all I remember is one of them is a GoBots reference. Honestly, yes. Anything that's an animal and a gadget, I'm sold. The memory gadgets I loved. The plum monsters I loved. The little weapon creatures from Ghost I loved. Those were all great. And then they stopped doing it. I got sad. The certain ride watches that were like little like character things, those were great. I think they only did like 3 of them. But yeah. Beast Box is so good. I desperately wanted to buy more Beast Boxes when I had more money. And then I bought a bunch of other things instead. The owl one is 10 out of 10. I have the owl one. The owl one is lovely. I have the owl and the panda, and I love them both. But the owl one is great. I do want more Beast Boxes. I very much want more Beast Boxes. I want someone to materialize Beast Boxes for me. Like in my house. Ernie with a juice bar playset? Just give me an Ernie. I don't need a playset. I'm not big on playsets. They take up too much space. But I'd be down for an Ernie. Favorite Ranger actor I met? Anyone from the like SPD cast was lovely. Especially at Youmacon. There's a lot of stories there, but I'll hold off on those. John Tui at Ranger Stop was great. I bumped into him a couple times and talked, and he was phenomenal. So, getting both Beetles tomorrow on the CSM Tajo Spinner. I just got the CSM Tajo Spinner. Oh, the food droids. I keep forgetting about the food droids. I have all the food droids in that bin too. I love them. The finger blaster? The what? The what? Is this a rider thing, or is that like joke ad thing? Anyway, whatever. Different topic. CSN Tajo Spinner. I got it in the mail because I forgot I pre-ordered it, and then Amazon took my money. John T for Go Say Night. Yeah, it was probably not worth the money for it at retail, but I seen it go up on Mandarake, and it was actually more than what I paid. So I feel it was ultimately a good purchase. But anywho, do you read or watch Futo PI? I do not read it because I don't think there's a way to. But I have watched all the episodes that are currently on Crunchyroll. It is very good. I talked about it earlier in the stream. Go check that out. Vegas. Time Force cast really let me down besides Jen's actress. That's just true. And Trip. I don't think Trip did anything wrong. He just doesn't like make appearances too often. I don't think Katie did anything wrong. Yeah, they're okay. Well, Michael Copon's not okay, but that's different. Favorite MCU movie? No idea. Probably Endgame, I guess. I know that's a really stupid answer. Civil War's really good. All the big important ones. The RPM cast? I don't think the RPM cast has done anything bad. I mean, Rose McIver is successful as all hell. She's on Ghosts. Go watch Ghosts. Ghosts is funny. A lot of things are okay about Michael Copon. Hit up Twitter. I'm not going to go over it here. And Dan Ewing, I think, I don't think he did anything bad. I know he made some like con appearances and might have been weird. And he like went off on Twitter at one point about something. I don't remember. It was so long ago. I don't really particularly care anymore. I don't think Jason Font really did anything. Jason Font is just in that circle of Ranger actors that are very money hungry and everyone's really indifferent about. But yeah. I have no rider figures. I have O's Tatoba Shinkocho Seiho, and I have the Hibiki ones, but I'm trying to sell the Hibiki ones. So like when all is said and done, I'll only have the 1/0's Tataba. And that's because I got it really cheap on GameStop. I sold all the other ones. Because figure arts are too freaking expensive. No, I've not seen Fast and Furious movies. Not interested. Am I excited for Legend of the White Dragon? No. Not in the slightest. Did you see the video of Midlife Crisis, man? I mean, JDF. Yes, it was hysterical. It was hysterical. Riala, if you follow me on Twitter, hit me up with the link to the translations. The only group that I knew was doing the translations for Futo PI, I think, was Get 'em Corp, and I think they stopped. Oh yeah, Andrew Gray had that reality show. I don't know. Ranger actors are all over the place, man. They're all over the place. Favorite Sentai Go Busters. Magi Ranger is a close second. Geki Ranger is also a close second. I am very excited for Legend of the White Parrot starring Ryan Parrott. Will, have you seen Ryan Parrott act? Phenomenal. Phenomenal. And parrots? Parrots are such an underutilized concept for a superhero. Legend of the White Parrot is where it's at. Also, hi, it's nice to see you, Will. I'm glad you had a good time at PMC. Everyone's been telling me stories. I'm glad it was fun. My chat is loyal. All 40 of you. I haven't seen Sun Vulcan, so I don't know. Yes, more parrot-themed Sentai. Or bird-themed Sentai with the main character being a parrot. Actually, they're all just parrots. Like Legend of the White Divorce Papers. I love it. Oh, JDF. JDF is the gift that keeps on giving, to be honest. Like, there's enough parrots in the world, different types of parrots. I know because my aunt and my cousin are, like, obsessed with birds, and they have a bunch of different freaking parrots. There's enough parrots to make a parrot Sentai. Like, Macaw Sentai Parrot Ranger. No, Parrot Sentai Macawger. There it is. There it is. We got there. We got there. But yeah, no, I agree. Like a Sentai with a very specific theme. Like Jetman was all birds and Geki Ranger was, for the most part, cats. And then we had a wolf and a rhino. But that's but yeah. So no, I love just having a very, very specific theme. Parrots. If Mighty Action X was a real game, would you play it? It is a real game. It is a real game. They made it with what was the game? It was the 3DS Xade like rider game that came out. And when you bought the game, it had a download code for Mighty Action X. And oh gosh, it'll be too much to set up because I know that 3DS has no battery, and I don't know where a charger is right now. But my 2DS has Mighty Action X on it. I have no way of showing you the screen anyway, so it's fine. But yes, it is a real game. We need more rider games in general, really, to be honest. But yes, Mighty Action X is a real game. It is, I mean, it's not like robust. It's like a couple levels at best. Because it's just like a free little download, but it was fun. Plays a little bit like a Mega Man game or something like that, but really cool. But yes, so we are an hour and 14 in, and I haven't talked about what I want to talk about, so we're gonna jump into that after I address this Y'all need to stop talking. You're getting me into conversations. Didn't we just get the Switch game? Memory of Heroes was 2020, I think. When we got Memory of Heroes, it might have been 2021. Memory of Heroes. Sorry if that was loud. It was October 2020 when Memory of Heroes came out. So it's been a while, for the most part, since we got that. But I was honestly expecting those to be more regular, because like we had 0-1 with double and O's, and so like I figured the next one we would do Saber was after 0-1, right? 0-1 Saber. Yeah. Anyway, we'd have Saber, and then we would have Forze and Wizard. Yeah, Forze and Wizard, right? I hope I'm doing this order right. And then like the next one would be like they would just keep going with the new rider, and then like the next two Heisei riders. But that didn't happen. So I'm not sure why we got double and O's with 0-1. But that's what we have. So honestly, we need a game when we're more into Geats. We need one that's Geats 0-1 and X8. Because they're all the same riders. They're the same writer. Same main writer. So we need to do that when that comes out. Bad Tread War was fun. I do miss those games. But anywho, so for those of you that were at Geeky Tweak last week when it was just me and Aerosol, I forgot who it was that brought it up. It might have been Jay. I don't remember exactly off the top of my head, but someone asked about the channel. 0-1 was the 1, double was the 2, and O's was the 3. That's stupid. Also, Power Rider, you're right. It was for the anniversaries for the most part. But someone asked if I was going to do videos again ever, I believe is how it was brought up. I don't know. Go watch that Geeky Tweak episode. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. Jay the Point King. Correct. Good job, by the way. And so I went on a little mini tangent there about what I was thinking. And so I wanted to have this stream. One, because I wanted to connect with everyone again, because it has been a while since I did a stream. But and mostly because I wanted to talk about this, get some ideas flowing, and then hello my rider die. Oh my god, that was a great moment. I love that bonding. I like to see bonding in the chat. But I'll make a video later on after I formulate a little bit more ideas, going over everything more coherently. But I wanted to do a little like roundtable kind of discussion here about ideas for the channel. Panther Ranger said, "How do you pronounce your name?" Which name? Channel name is Collector Shuki. Old name was Shukun Shinobi. So it's mostly just Shuki nowadays. Actual name is Riley with R-A-I, but I go by Rai for the most part. So there you go. There's all my names. But yeah, so Transformers. I hope y'all like Transformers. Because I love Transformers. This is only a couple. I have about 6 bins of Transformers in the dining room right now. I have probably about 6 bins of Transformers at my parents' house because I have been collecting Transformers since I was in kindergarten at the very least. And I've barely gotten rid of any of them. Can we still call you Shukun Shinobi? No. I mean, if someone said it, I'd probably answer to it, but I've been Collector Shuki for a very long time. So honestly, even when I was Shuken Shinobi, everyone called me Shuki anyway. So I honestly just prefer Shuki. And the Bumblebee movie with Haley Steinfeld was great. Bumblebee was great. And so yeah, I have a lot of Transformers. As long as Morgan is okay with this. When I have a larger home than this dumb trailer that I hate, I do have a big idea of being one of those stupid collectors that has an office that's just wall-to-wall bookshelves with all of the Transformers. And I know you're okay with it. I know you're okay with it because I know we've talked about this. I was just being facetious. And our house is going to be great. I have so many mental pictures of our home. And I'm so excited, Morgan. Anyway, very happy. Thinking of our house makes me happy. It's gonna be cute as shit, and then my office is gonna be full of dumb plastic robots. Yeah. So I've got a lot of Transformers, and so I've been thinking a lot about what it is that I want to do with a channel and with potentially this channel. Because I desperately crave to do something creative, right? A 9-to-5 makes money, but a 9-to-5 is very mind-numbing. And no matter what position my old job threw me in, it was very, very... well, I'd have to check that. I'm actually not sure. I think you might be right, though. I think you might be right at this point. Where was I? What I want to do creatively, because like I said, everything is very, very mind-numbing. And so I've wanted to write a book. I've wanted to potentially write comics. I can't draw comics. I have some artistic skill, don't get me wrong, but I don't think I have artistic skill to draw a comic, right? And so I've had all these thoughts and everything about what it is. Fat Toys Corner, yes. And hold on, there's an ant. Go away. And my mind always went back to Transformers. My channel started with Kamen Rider and Transformers, for the most part, and Sentai too, of course. But I did a lot of Transformers videos in the past when I was started. That was about the time of Revenge of the Fallen. And so I made a ton of Transformers videos then, and they did as well as all my other videos because I was just starting. Hell yeah, Nipple Cannons Dirge. Tyler, you're a real one. You're a real one. And I loved doing them. I love Transformers. And so when I was attempting to not rebrand the channel, but get back to doing videos when Kingdom came out, because I love Beast Wars so much, I wanted to focus on Transformers. And then obviously when Kingdom came out and I started doing those videos, they didn't get a lot of traction. And honestly, if I would have stuck with it, things might have happened, because obviously I hadn't been doing videos for a very long time. I wasn't in the YouTube algorithm anymore. I don't even know how the algorithm works anymore. So obviously, it wasn't going to get a lot of views. And honestly, when you put a lot of work into something and it gets a little return, especially when that was early 2021, I still wasn't in that great of a headspace yet. That was 2021. Yeah, 2021, January of 2021. And so at that point, I was still January 2021. I was still out online, but not out to family and it was like this really weird mental period that was terrible. And so like it just sort of fell off. Like when like Black Racket only got like 1K views, and that's current. I don't know what it was like back then. I was like, let's just forget it. Let's just forget it. And unfortunately, that's what stuck. I forgot it. And so now I'm at this place mentally where things are doing a lot better. Like, I'm comfortable with my identity. I'm comfortable with me. I'm comfortable with the new me. And I very much love a lot of things in my life. I have the greatest boyfriend in the world. Hi, Morgan. I love you. And I'm doing lots of neat things with card games. I'm having fun with card games, and we're doing Geek Each Week every Friday, which we've been doing since we were doing the streets, and that's always fun. I love streaming and all that, and so there's so many creative things I want to do. I'm in a fairly good mental spot. Obviously, there's still bad days. There are always going to be bad days. But I feel like I'm ready to jump back into that space. And now, obviously, I am not like jumping back into the space in which of it being a consistent, like, daily videos kind of thing. Because ultimately, YouTube as a whole, at least for me, at this time, is not going to be something that's profitable enough to not have a day job, right? As much as it was at one point, I was back in probably like 2016, like 2014, 15, 16, that time frame. I was absolutely making enough money off of YouTube to consider it my job. I was making roughly what I was making from my actual day job now, back then. And so, like, I was very comfortable, but then obviously when the views started declining because of the ad people that were pulling out and stuff like that, that's when things started taking a tumble, and that was when burnout started happening and going, oh, I'm not making enough money from this, I have to do something else too, and et cetera, et cetera. Life of a YouTuber, yeah. And so I feel like I'm ready for that balance of trying to find something at least part-time that I enjoy, that gives me some sort of fulfillment. I'm still trying to figure out what that is exactly, but we'll get there when we get there. But in terms of the YouTube stuff, I want to find that little happy balance between like a day-to-day job and YouTube. And I think that time is here now. So I very much want to get back into the swing of things. Now, like I said, obviously, it's not going to be a full-on like daily video like I used to do, because frankly, I don't have time for that. Even if I'm not working right now, I don't have time for daily videos. I am currently, hopefully, since I haven't heard anything really about this a whole lot, but should be getting some money for like healthcare for my roommate right now. But we haven't heard anything from that. So like I'm busy with that. I'm still job hunting. That's taking time. And obviously there's a bunch of stuff I'm trying to do around the house because I don't want to be here much longer, and trying to like sell things because I have too much shit. So there's just a lot going on that I just have to like live day to day. So I don't particularly have time for daily videos. Obviously, if I start this up when I'm still unemployed, I'll probably be doing a little bit more videos than I will be when I get a job again. But I digress. My current thought was to stick with Transformers because, like I was saying before, Transformers is we need room for all of our shit more, and we have so much shit, which is great. I love our shit. We have good shit. But yes, we need a big house. We need a big house with lots of spacious room for all our stuff. Transformers is that franchise that I don't get tired of buying. I don't get tired of buying, like, okay, like this, for instance. I showed this off earlier. This, for instance. I got him when he came out. God, when was it exactly? A couple months ago? This is the same mold. And this one just came out. Like, these came out within like a couple months of each other. Do I care? No. I love the hell out of this one, and I was more than happy to buy it again in this color scheme. Oh, yeah, Will, Scourge is out. All the Velocitron stuff is out. It's just a matter of finding them. So keep an eye on your Walmart. But yes, Scourge is out. He's right here. He's lovely. No, stay. Thank you. But yeah, he's only at Walmart. Wow. But yeah, the Velocitron should be hitting Walmarts in pretty full saturation. Obviously, I think, is it Clampdown and Cosmos are both one a case, the deluxes, so they're a lot harder to find. I don't know why they didn't make Blur one to case, because Blur, I think, logistically speaking, is the least popular of that wave. But yeah, like, I bought both of those within like a couple months of each other, and I don't care. Like, I love both of them. I still fiddle with both of them. Like, you give me a repainted Rider Gimmick toy that I put in the belt, and it says like dagger instead of sword or something, like, fine. Like, there's a certain rush with Rider collecting that that you get with hunting things down, particularly from a foreign standpoint, because it's a lot easier to do in Japan, obviously. But when you have things like the like apparel exclusives, the magazine exclusives, the campaign items. No, I actually don't have Ryu Optimus Prime. Yeah, Rider gimmicks just need to be Transformers. Everything needs to be Transformers. And so, like, there's a big thrill of Rider and Sentai gimmick collecting because it's so robust a lot of the time, right? And the problem is that there's always, at least for me, I'm just speaking on my behalf. I know a lot of people love Rider gimmicks and Sentai gimmicks, and it brings them a lot of joy, and like, that's great. I'm very happy for you. But for me, like, you'll spend $25-$30 on this exclusive apparel wizard ring or ride book or something like that, and like, it says one thing in the belt and then just sits there, and like, it doesn't do anything after that. And like, that was the biggest struggle I had when I was trying to evaluate what it is I liked to keep. And so that was around the time that I started shuffling a lot of the Rider gimmicks out of my collection. Like, obviously I still have all the O's medals because I love, like, coins. I used to coin collect and stamp collect with my grandpa. And so, like, I love coins, right? And so, like, the O's medals and the Ultra medals from Ultraman Z, those were a bomb for me because I loved those. And so, like, those I'll always keep. But yeah, like, the Rider stuff is like the belts being cool. And what Will just said too, Will said, I'll highlight it because I forgot I have that power. This right here is, like, with Revice, most of the, like, additional gimmicks and belts even were all premium Bandai. And like, if you're in Japan, that's fine. That's great. You can pop on premium Bandai, buy it for $80 or whatever it is, and you're done. You're good. But like, for anyone else that's not in Japan, we have to buy from Toku Collectibles. So we're looking at the price of the item plus the price of shipping to them plus the price of shipping to us. And that's all calculated into Collectibles price. And so this potentially like $80 rider belt now costs like $120, $130. And this little plastic gimmick that says a couple things is $60 or something like that. And it gets to be so much. There's a lot of thrill of the hunt and a lot of like, oh, look at how much I've amassed when it comes to gimmick collecting. And it lost its charm for me. I loved it at the time, and I just didn't anymore. It very much lost its charm. That's why I sold what Revice stuff I had, and this is the only thing I have now. Like I said, I'll have a couple more of these because I want the Hibiki and O's related ones. But yeah, and thankfully Sentai hasn't gotten huge to the point of premium Bandai, but even looking at Zenkaiger, all of Stacy's stuff was premium. Which I get. Like, Stacy was a villain, so like villain stuff usually gets regulated to not retail toys. But Rider just got to the point where it was too much to keep track of. And like, I can't collect Transformers and Rider and Sentai and Ultraman and whatever other knickknacks I might want. Like, there may have been a time in the past where I could. I can't now. Like, that's for absolute sure. And so, like, I stopped collecting Ultraman after Zet. Because I wanted to go all in on the metals. Because I like the metals. We established that. And so, like, I'm just collecting, like, the vinyls for Ultraman. So, for Rider, I'm collecting... Basically, I want, like, for Geats, I want the figure line because I think those look really fun, and I like action figures still. They're fine. For Sentai, I mainly like the robots. So I'm looking at all the Sentai mech. And so, like, it becomes a lot easier to collect things when you narrow specific things down. But even with Toku, like, right now, I'm on... Yes, I am from America, by the way. Right now I have like a huge Power Rangers kick because like PMC just happened, and I'm like living vicariously through people's PMC reports and pictures, and the Cosmic Fury news dropped, and it's like that's very exciting. The comics are going to hit their 100th issue. I think that's really exciting. Like, Power Rangers is in a very good spot right now. So like, I'm really hyped on that. Geats is about to start, so I'm kind of hyped on Kamen Rider right now. Dawn Brothers is neat. So like, Sentai is sort of like just hanging out there. And like, Pokemon I'm really hyped on right now because Scarlet and Violet is right around the corner. We're starting to get like a trickle of news every now and then. But I feel a lot of those franchises kind of like come and go for me. But Transformers is something that is, for the most part, very accessible. There are store exclusives that can get pricey if you can't find them. Case in point, Cosmos. Thankfully, I was able to get Cosmos. But case in point, Cosmos. And very rarely do we get like a Japanese exclusive premium Transformers toy that I'm clamoring for, right? And so despite the fact that Transformers as a whole is kind of pricey, I mean, leaders are like 50 to 55. Don't even get me started on the Earthrise exclusives. And like deluxes are up to 25 now. Voyagers are at like 33. So like, as much as Transformers are expensive, like there's kind of an ebb and flow to it. Like, sometimes there's a lot of shit that comes out at one time and it's like a very expensive hobby. And then other times there's a lull for several weeks and you're spending nothing on them. And so to me, anyway, being in America where like Transformers is released regularly, even though like apparently they're popping up in Europe first now, which is good for them. I'm glad that they finally get some things first. But it's just something that's very easy for me to just kind of like collect and be excited about. And I do like live streams with Long's Toys. When there's Transformers live streams that Hasbro does, and they're always a fun time. And we used to do Teletran Fun, which is something that we kind of want to bring back in some capacity, which was super fun. Like, I don't get tired of talking about Transformers, or buying Transformers, or collecting Transformers. And it was, oh, hi Dragon Ball Toys. I was just thinking about you the other day, like, no joke, because I've been watching Super for the first time, and so like you just popped into my head. It's good to see you. Good to see you. We need to catch up sometime. Glad to see that you're doing okay. And so I'm very Transformers focused right now. And so when I was thinking on ways to be creative, right? And I was like, the problem with Transformers is that there's so many Transformers toy reviewers. Morgan. The thing about bumblebees is bumblebees are very accessible to purchase. Now, the thing about like bumblebees is that there's so many bumblebee reviewers out there that it's a very stagnated market, right? And so like if you're trying to build a channel and get to the point where it's big dick bee, that you're making enough money, like my mind is all over the place. I apologize. Hi Don, thank you, good to see you. That like you put out a Transformers review, like my Core Class Rat Trap. You know how many videos of Core Class Rat Trap are out there in the Transformers space? A ton. And obviously, like when I make videos, I want them to feel like they matter. And whenever Karn puts up a Digimon video, I honestly get a little bit jealous and a little bit enamored, because I feel like he just does a tremendous job at them. So hats off. I know he's not here right now, but like if you ever watch this like long ass live stream, hats off. He does so much work in that community, not just doing like some unboxings and stuff, but doing like what if like the adventure Digimon had armor Digivolutions and stuff like that. And like I love that stuff, or like the ranking Greymon evolutions. And then I also watch obviously like Chris McFeely's The Basics, right? Like when you think Transformers content, that's the first thing you think of. There's a reason for that. One, they're phenomenal, and two, there isn't a lot. There is not a lot of Transformers content out there on YouTube that isn't someone trying to do a toy review. And so where my brain is I want to write, I want to be creative, I want to have fun video ideas, right? Again, much like Karn's doing in the Digimon space. And I realize the Transformers space doesn't particularly have that. They have all right, see you later, Russ. They have Chris McFeely with The Basics, which is phenomenal. They have Rodimus Primal doing some odds and ends, various like content, which is also really good. And then I think like TJ Omega does some stuff every now and then that's not toy related or toy review related. I haven't watched a whole lot of his stuff recently. And then there's a couple people here and there that do a couple Transformers things, but not a lot. It's like it's not a lot compared to the Toku space, right? Like, I mean, PMC was like the proof that the tokusatsu like space is booming with voices, right? And honestly, I'm happy about it. When I joined the tokusatsu community, there was nothing out there on YouTube, and that was, I feel, is the only reason I was successful as a toy reviewer for tokusatsu, was because there wasn't anybody really around when I started. There was a couple like non-English speaking folk, and there was a couple other people, and there was Dawson, and then I popped it. And so it was really easy for me to find my little niche and my community in that space. And I want to do that with Transformers, because that is... Bella just woke up. That is a community that I'm not particularly vocal in. Hi, sweeties. Hi. Hi. I don't know where you're going now, but... but yeah, there isn't a lot in the Transformer space, and I feel like that is somewhere where I could really thrive, because like I said, I love... Hi, Josh. I love current content with Digimon. I love what he does, and I would love to implement that into some Transformers stuff, and I'll go over that in a second. But Jesus. Hi. That is kind of where my thought process is. And there isn't a lot of Toku toy reviewers per se. But the problem with Toku toy reviewers is that... You're going down there? Okay. Is that you're fighting with the people in Japan that get the toys on launch and do a lot of very basic things, right? So you're looking at like K2 Azo, right? He gets the toy, makes 5,000 videos on it, and somehow milks it for way more than the toy's worth, and gets a ton of views because they're very simple, quick videos. They show off exactly what the toy does. No vocals, no nonsense. Boom, there you go. Now, granted, a lot of people do like toy reviews for what the person reviewing has to say, and there isn't as many Toku toy reviewers doing that. But like, again, you have Imperial Toys, you have Longs Toys, and there actually is several other people doing like Power Rangers reviews in particular out there that just aren't as big. And so I don't want to get rid of toy reviews, don't get me wrong. Like, my thought was, obviously, like, if you're switching to longer form content, you're going to be only looking at 1 or 2 videos a week. And so I was thinking on maybe doing like 2 reviews a week. So schedule wise, like, this is all very rough, obviously. But I was thinking on doing like Toy Review Tuesday and Toy Review Thursday, because alliteration is fun, right? And so like Tuesday, I would have a Transformers toy review. Thursday, I would have a Transformers toy review. And then maybe Wednesday and Saturday, maybe two of the other days, having a more long form content. And now, obviously, like, none of this is going to be good when I start. I promise you that, because I'm not good at editing. Look at my huge library of videos that have barely any good edits in them, because I don't know how to edit properly. Now, granted, this is something I will learn over time. I have Josh. I will probably pick Josh's brain in terms of editing. Now, obviously, it's going to be very simple editing, right? And, oh god, don't even get me started on drama. Content creator drama. Oh, geez. So, like, I'll probably pick Josh's brain in terms of editing. I am good friends with, I don't know if any of you know him from Camu Circus on YouTube. She just started doing more like Toku history sort of content. Very great editing on her videos that I am friends with and can pick their brain too. So it's going to be a process of learning, obviously, but I feel like if I take too much time to learn before starting, I'll lose my steam and excitement of starting. So I need to sit down, write a script, and get to doing a video. And then I'll learn to edit on the road. Because that's just going to be how it has to be. Otherwise, I'm never going to get this off the ground. And I've already been unemployed for about a month. And like the first thing I did when I ended up losing my job was that I was like, this is that sign that I should start doing something on YouTube again. And here we are like a month after the fact, and I still haven't done anything. And that bothers me. That does not make me happy. So I just want to kind of get the show on the road, right? And so I'm putting those things into place, and we're going to see what happens. But like I said, for the most part, my idea is to kind of shift to a mostly Transformers-focused channel. I would still love to talk Toku at some point and talk like robots and talk mecha. So it's not going to be strictly Transformers, but kind of like how like when Karn does some videos, they'll be related to things that aren't Digimon every now and then. And that's always fine for a content creator to do, I think. So maybe we'll have like an offbeat day, like Freaky Friday. That's a movie, but Fandom Friday. Maybe something fun on a Friday that's not Transformers related. Or like, what did I have on Sunday? That was, well, I used the term backlog, didn't I? Oh, it's okay, Dragon Ball Toys. It was very much a needed loss, unfortunately. I know you know how bad anxiety can be. And so it was a rough like thing that had to happen, unfortunately. But thank you, I do appreciate it though. But ooh, 2 videos and a live stream sounds fun. It'll be really flexible, honestly. We will stockpile Sunday. Thank you, Power Rider. You know this channel better than I do. So that doesn't quite work for like random fandom things. So maybe Fandom Friday. No, I don't want to get too busy on Friday because I still got Geeky Tweet going on Friday and stuff too. So, but yes, so like that is my plan. In terms of content, like I said, I still want to do some toy reviews. I'm not gonna rule those out, even if they get really shitty views. I love Transformers. I want to review Transformers, and that's what I'm gonna freaking do. So, those will be a part of the channel in some capacity. They won't be frequent to the point where like I'll buy all of Wave 3 Legacy and I'll pump out toy reviews for all of Wave 3 Legacy. No, that's not going to be how it is. I'll probably review all of Wave 3 Legacy, but it's going to be over the course of like 2 months while I wait for Wave 4. Jay, I wonder who you're talking about. And so for other content, I was thinking on we touched upon the what ifs previously. I would love to do what if eras, like again similar to Hearts of Steel. Like what if the Transformers woke up during like this age, like the Bronze Age or the Industrial Age, or what if the Transformers like woke further into the future? So there's lots of big what ifs there. Like what if the concept of Beast Wars as the G1 characters was actually what we got, like how initially it was supposed to be. Like granted, we had Primal as the bat and Megatron as like the alligator, but are those really the right choices of animals for them? To me, no. And so I would love to toy around with that idea too. So that would be great for what ifs. I also had ideas of like ranking forms of Transformers. So like obviously Optimus Primal has a lot of forms. Optimus Prime has even more forms. We'll rank all the Optimus Primes. We'll rank all the Megatrons. We'll rank all the Bumblebees. I don't care. I'll rank anything. And I mean that can even go into things like ranking shows or episode discussions. Earthspark is starting soonish, early next year. I don't remember when Earthspark is starting exactly. But Earthspark's starting. I believe Paramount Plus releases weekly. So if that's the case for Earthspark, I would love to do weekly videos on the Earthspark episodes. That'd be really fun. We'll be getting a new comic whenever they announce who the new comic license holder is. I would love to do little discussions about the comic issues that comes out. That would be super fun for me to do. Any games that we get, I would love to play them on Twitch or play them here on YouTube or whatever it may be. Right? And so like there's just so many little ideas like regarding just talking about the content that comes out for Transformers. And there's ranking toy lines, and there's ranking toys of certain characters, and so much that you could possibly do in that regard. And I'm just really looking forward to all the possibilities, and I hope you guys are too. And honestly, if anyone has ideas for Transformers related, like more long form content, hit me up on Twitter, send me a message here on YouTube, email me collectorshuki@gmail.com, whatever it may be. I am always all ears. If anyone has ideas or things that they would like to see, throw them at me. We'll see what sticks. But I've got a lot of thoughts and video ideas mulling around in here. And like what Jay just said, I would love to see videos about changes to Transformers designs like RC to improve toys. My friend Monica had an idea similar to this when I ran the channel idea by her a couple days ago, that to have like not so much to where it's like the basics in which you go over like all of the iterations of a character, but mostly like analyzing the evolution of a character, just like what you're saying here with RC. Like she was a car, and you can't make like the thin Transformer still be a car and do it good. And so they shifted RC to a motorcycle, and it worked a lot better. And so like there's discussion to be had there for things like that. So not so much the history of a character, like the basics, but like the evolution of a character, right? Because I know I want to step on Chris McFeely's toes. He's got such an empire with the basics that you couldn't step on his toes anyway. So, but yeah, so like I don't want to do the basics kind of show, but like discussing the evolution of certain Transformers designs would be really fun as well. And even from a toy standpoint, looking at the evolution of certain Transformers toy lines, right? There's a lot of research to be had. There's a lot of learning to be had on my part, because I don't know everything. I feel like I do sometimes, but I absolutely don't. So it would be really fun to see that as well. So, like I said, a lot of great ideas floating around in here, and I've been talking too long and my nose is running, so please give me one moment, because I gotta blow my nose and I don't want to do that on camera. This is good. All right, perfect. Sorry about that. Much better. I can breathe again. Let's see. Will Schaefer said, "Will we get a stream where you open and talk about things?" Dude, if I stumble upon like all of like a legacy line at once, I would be more than happy to do a chill like unboxing live stream where we open everything up. Unfortunately, a lot of times that isn't how it goes down. But even if it's not so much a big unboxing sort of stream, I love just sort of chilling here. And if we want to chill and like go over what I've purchased of a line so far, all the power. Like, I love it. PS2 era long plays. Oh, the Armada game for PS2 is so good. It was so good. I would love to play the War for Cybertron games again too. That'll require a little bit of finagling in terms of figuring out how to stream those, but are they available? I know like the Armada game isn't, but are the War for Cybertron games available on PC? I'll have to look into that. But let's see, I would love to see a video for people like me who are super new and want to collect Transformers. Maybe have some recommendations on what to look for when buying things for the first time. I would love to do that too. Honestly, anything to bring people into a fandom and bring people into collecting or like playing a game or whatever it may be is always where I'm at. I love doing that. I really do. Make and model. I like that. Crash Course is pretty good too. Most of them are cars. Bumblebee has never been a bee. Not once. The bee Transformers in Beast Wars were Waspinator and Buzzsaw. But not Bumblebee, because at the time of Beast Wars, they did not have the Bumblebee trademark. So they could not make a Bumblebee named Bumblebee. So that's why we have Cheetor instead. But yeah, the new like Transformers Kindergarten little like vinyl things that China's doing, Bumblebee has like a stinger. He kind of looks like a bee, even though he has like modeled after the G1 Bumblebee. So that's the closest he's ever gotten. And like I guess his newer one's having a stinger, but no, he's never been an actual bee, which is wild. I know like trying to find videos of like someone who passed is a little bit insensitive, I guess, in some regards, but I would love to see examples of that astronaut. I also like opening up with Rai as an Ask Me Anything stream name. I love that a lot. Oh yeah, the Gargoyles figures are actually really good. Oh, there they are. I've got Goliath, Bronx, and Demona up there on the top of my shelf. They are really fun. Yeah, it's weird. It's crowdfunding campaign stuff. I don't understand it. But yeah. So that's where I'm at. It took us 2 hours to get here. But I finally explained where I'm at in my thought process for this channel. Glenn Webb. Okay, I'll take a look. What was I gonna say? The point I was at was if I wanted to rebrand at all. Now like Collector Shuki is a very vague name, right? Like it doesn't belong to anything. It's not like I'm Shuki Ranger or Shuki Rider or Common Rider Shuki. That's an actual character. Or anything like that. So like my channel name isn't themed. Do we think it would be strange to have, how many videos do I have? Does it say anywhere my channel? I know my channel. Your channel. Videos. No idea. I'm sure it's somewhere. But would it be weird to have this channel that has 175k subscribers who are mostly inactive? I only peaked at like 40 people during this live stream, so who are mostly inactive. Would it be weird to have like a, hey, this is me, this is what I'm doing on this channel thing when I have this archive of thousands of videos and 175k subscribers? Is that weird? I don't know if it's weird. I don't know if I care if it's weird. Like honestly, as much as I think like name theming is good, like I mean Chris McFeely is just his name. Like I mean Rodimus Primal obviously made his name with Transformers in mind. But like I don't feel like I have to change my name here. I'm very attached to Collector Shuki as a name. I mean Chris Long's Toys calls me Shook all the time. So does Eric from Ranger Command. Like a lot of people know me as Shuki or Shook. And so like while I've had to use Collector Rai in some circles because some circles it's mostly just freaking Xbox. Because Collector Shuki was too long. But yeah, so right now I'm thinking on rebranding in terms of logo. I want to do a new logo because like new logo, new identity. Wow, identity. Yeah, like in that regard, because like all my old branding is still up from Jurassic Samurai. Is like, look at all this stuff. I do all of the things, and I don't do all of the things. So I would love to have like a logo rebrand and like a icon rebrand kind of thing. But I don't think I'm gonna ditch the. I don't think I'm gonna make a new channel. Is what I was saying. I don't think I'm gonna. Identity does sound like a gimmick item. I don't think I'm going to do like a new channel. I'm not going to archive anything. Like everything is there. Like I don't want to get rid of anything. I do very much need to rebuild playlists. I haven't really done playlists in forever, so I do need to do that. But so I do need to do a lot of cleaning up in terms of the channel. But make Corey draw a Snorlax Transformer. Ooh, Corey, if you're watching. We might have to do that. But yeah, so I think Collector Shuki's gonna stay. It's nice, it's generic. If the Transformers thing doesn't work, I can pivot to whatever I want. I can still focus on things that aren't Transformers every now and then when I want to as well, even if the channel mostly has a Transformers focus. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. So thank you for helping me solidify that, even though that's kind of where my brain was already. So yeah, I'm gonna Collector Shuki's gonna stay. It'll just look a little bit different. I mean, I look a little bit different, just a little bit. Just a little bit. You've changed just a little bit over the years. Just a wee tad. So Talking Robots did a similar evolution thing. Like, I mean, I don't mind doing things people have already done. Like at all. Like I'm a very big proponent of, even if other people are doing it, go ahead and do it. You could do it better. So like don't ever let that scare you. Like obviously if you're trying to find a niche, doing something original is good. But yeah. So like even if someone's done a video topic, I'm gonna do it anyway. But yeah, like Will Shaver just said, it's super broad. It can apply to anything. So also Gigantor, it's Diet Coke. I'm diabetic, so I can't have normal Coke. Actually, they gave me normal Coke initially. I don't know, it's just Diet Coke. I normally drink Coke Zero, but I got my water next to it as well. Double the hydration. But yeah, that will about do it. It is a little bit past 11. I do want to wrap this up. 2 hours was about my limit. So yeah. It hasn't lost its fizz yet because I actually just got this rather recently. I just got home like maybe an hour before I started the stream. So yeah, it's still good. Plus McDonald's has like the best drinks. So, but yeah, I appreciate the feedback and the ideas and the support for everything, and I'm looking forward to it. I really am. I really, really am. And I feel like that's the first time I can say that in a very long time. Is I'm excited for these ideas. And I think we could be onto something good. And so we will see where that goes. We will see where that goes. But I'm very much looking forward to it. Again, thank you guys for keeping me company the past 2 hours, and thank you for all the feedback and all the ideas and being supportive of a channel that is not Toku focused whatsoever. So I very much appreciate that. That's always a scary thing when you're known for something in one community but you want to go and do a different community. It's a very scary feeling. But I appreciate, even if it was only like the 40 people or so that were here, that still means a lot to me. So yeah, thank you everybody. The people that I shouted out in the chat that I wanted to talk to, feel free to message me. Will message me about Vanguard or Transformers or questions or whatever you have on Facebook. Dragon Ball Toys, if you're still watching. I don't know if you're on Twitter, but I'm just at Collector Shuki. If you want to send me a DM, would love to catch up sometime. It's been ages. So would love to do that. And yeah, again, so thank you to everybody. And like Gigantor, we want the channel to be you focused. Anyone can review Toku. Not everyone has personality. That kills me. I love it. Thank you. Which is always what I wanted to do with a channel. A channel should be about the person running the channel, not so much the content. Also, no one matched my quality of reviews in Toku is a very nice thing to say, because I felt like my reviews were kind of trash. But to each their own, and I very much appreciate it. In terms of card unboxings, we might see those again in the future. I don't know. I have been buying cards a lot lately. I've been buying a lot of singles for Vanguard decks, but I have not been buying like packs of cards a lot lately because they're very expensive. But anyway, always appreciate it, and we'll see where it goes from there. Love y'all. Very much appreciate it again, and stay tuned. We'll be back for some more streams or some more videos, whatever happens first. So I hope everyone has a good night, and again, thank you for joining. I'll talk to y'all later. Sorry, should I keep my old intros and outros for the new videos? I don't think I should, but we'll see. But just for old time's sake, as always, thanks for watching. Take care and have a great one. Bye.